It's really this simple. As simple as this. We're watching one of the greatest players to ever touch a basketball at the apex of his powers versus the future of the league. In a game that went to overtime, the real one stepped up. MPJ, Peyton Watson, Jokic. Let's talk about it. Denver Nuggets dub. Let's get it. Y'all, that was a spectacular performance by your Denver Nuggets. Now, you want to talk about rising from the ashes and getting the job done. This was the game. This was incredible. You lose in a contested tight game the night before in Denver, and you're on the second leg of a back-to-back, and instead of folding, because, y'all, this game was ugly. The game was ugly. It looked like it was over, y'all. I was livid. I was hot. I couldn't believe that the Nuggets stepped into Texas and they weren't willing to give better effort than what they were putting up in the first half of that game. Really, in the first 3 quarters of the game. It was ugly. It looked embarrassing. The effort was bad. The defense was bad. Nobody was recovering. Nobody was showing up and doing what they were supposed to do across the board. It was terrible. But then in the second half, man, everything changed, y'all. And it started with a man that had to deal with so many changes. So many changes to his place on the roster, so many changes to when he's going to get the ball or not, so many changes to what's happening around him. You name it. Michael Porter Jr. put the team on his back in the second half, and he was exceptional, y'all. Oh, my gosh. How great is Michael Porter Jr., man? 28 points, 10 rebounds, 2 assists. He was 4 of 9. 4 of 9 from the three-point line, and nobody else could hit a three except for him and Jokic for the most part of this game. He was 5 of 8 from 2. He was 6 of 7 from the free throw line. He had a 69.7 true shooting, and he was a plus 21 in this game. And without a shadow of a doubt, Michael Porter Jr. won this game. Michael Porter Jr. won this game. Y'all, man, I cannot say enough about his effort, about his willingness, about the amount of times he will go out of his way to try to bail out the Denver Nuggets when they're at their worst. Porter, honestly, man, if he doesn't do what he did today, the Nuggets lose this game. The Nuggets lose this game. They go on a 2-game losing streak after having a 3-game winning streak. The Nuggets are screwed. But they were able to find a way. They were able to find a way to do the things that needed to be done when it mattered, and it started with Porter, y'all, and his shot making was asinine. I'm talking about step back middies, sidestep three-pointers, getting downhill, getting to the rim. Even if Victor Wembanyama's in the paint, Porter was getting busy inside the paint. Porter was everywhere tonight, y'all. Like, Porter, man, if I just track just his second half, I believe, Michael Porter Jr. in the second half was 7 of 10 from the field. 7 of 10 from the field. He was 3 of 6 from the three-point line, and he was 4 for 4 inside the three-point line today. 4 for 4 inside the three-point line today, y'all. I mean, honestly, just what can you say, y'all? He does anything and everything the team asks him to do on a consistent basis. And it really just doesn't matter, man. Like, he just has it in him that the moment is just never too big for him. Like, look at this, y'all. Look at this shot chart in the second half. And again, Jokic got gassed at one point because Jokic yesterday had a 41-point, dang near triple-double, had a soundboard double last night. And so he got gassed after one point because in the first half, he was scoring everything for the Nuggets. And then when the second half came around, there just wasn't enough help across the board. Like players were missing shots. There just wasn't like a lot of consistency that was happening with the team. They just seemed like they were just kind of sweltering up. But Porter just did not let it happen, man. And he did everything he was supposed to do. And the Nuggets came back and they won this game off his back, man. I honestly, I can't say enough about how good Michael Porter Jr. was in this game. Like, you just watch the things that he had to do. Now, Jokic for sure did his job. He got real aggressive in that third quarter, y'all. But if you just watch this game, Michael Porter Jr. was the reason why in the fourth quarter they were able to do what they did. Murray was getting beat off the dribble. But then look, here comes Porter, top of the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter's here. Michael Porter Jr. gets the ball, top of the key, sidestep, slack. Sidestep, slack. Look at that shot. Look how great that shot is, y'all. And then Murray comes back, hits this sidestep. That was a beautiful shot from Murray. But then look at Porter again here. Porter off the screen, off the dribble, creating space, fade away midi. He creates space, fade away midi. Look at these shots, man. Porter just started turning it on. And it made all the difference in the world. And shout out Russ, too. Russ started going crazy. But overall, man, like the Nuggets, they just started turning up. It's just really that simple. And so many players in this game, man, they stepped up to make some things happen, y'all. But y'all know we got to get to the best player in the world, y'all. It's not that I didn't want to start off one of my did, but I wanted to give Porter a shout out because he deserved it. He 100% deserved it. But y'all, there is nobody like Nikola Jokic. I mean, really, it's just that simple. There is no one like Jokic. There's no one like him. And the fact that Joker is able to come back off of back-to-back and have this kind of game is scary. Nikola Jokic, 46 points for Jokic. 46 points for Jokic. 10 assists, 9 rebounds, 2 steals, 2 blocks, and he was a 3 of 8 from the three-point line today, 37.5%, and he was 16 of 27 from inside the paint for 59%. He had a 5 of 6 from the free throw line, 83.3%, and a 61.1% true shooting. He was a +7 in this game. He scored 9 points in overtime. He scored 9 points in overtime. Top 10 player I've ever seen in my life. Top 10 player I've ever seen in my life. Look at this, y'all. And the thing was, Wemby played really good defense. Like, this is not, Wemby was incredible defensively. But there's something to be said that it doesn't matter who is in front of him. Once Joker gets going, it's curtains. And y'all, it wasn't just the scoring. He got a clutch steal on Victor Wembanyama today that changed the course of the game. Changed the course of the game. I mean, I know people are getting tired of Joker winning MVPs. I mean, I've been listening to this narrative an awful lot. People are tired of Jokic winning MVPs. They feel like he's being handed MVP awards. You name it. I've heard it. But, yo, you tell me, what else do you need to see that this is the best player in the sport? He's carrying the heaviest load in the sport. And any time they ask him to step up and do what they need to do, he does it. And he will do his best to make sure the team gets its best. Y'all, watch what happens in this fourth quarter. Jokic here, 5 minutes left. Jokic comes back into the game. There's about 5 minutes left. Let me go full screen here so you all can see this. And look at this. Jokic. Bink. We're back in the game. Let's get it. Back in the game. Let's get it. Verse, I don't know if y'all can see that. Jokic hits the three, and he gets the party started with 5 minutes left in the fourth. Jokic plays great defense on this end, and shout out Russ. Russ was everywhere today. Again, Porter, look at Porter. Porter comes off the DHO. This was the whole second half, y'all. This was the entire second half. Porter coming off the DHO, bam. What a bucket. Jokic gets the ball again. Two-man game with Murray. Get the ball to Jokic. Bucket. And look at Peyton Watson. Peyton Watson was incredible today. The defense he played was incredible today, y'all. And look at this is mano y mano. This is mano y mano. Jokic is getting Wemby in the post. They're still doubling. And again, this is the thing. Russ can do it. When Russ is able to do this, hit these shots, you can't put a value on how important he's been to this team. Bang! What a shot by Russell Westbrook. Come down on this end of the court. And then now we're over. Now we get this shot right here. Jokic is not able to convert this, man. But again, it was a really good look. And let me tell y'all, the difference between last game and this game, instead of Murray being on the ball in here, this is why I like this set. The reason why this is important, because if you remember the last couple of games, Russell Westbrook will get in this situation. He's in the corner, and now they're doubling off of Russ, or they're like hedging hard off of Russ. And so Michael Malone, David Adelman, they make the adjustment, and they do the right thing. Give Russ the ball. Let Russ get downhill. Either it's a layup for Russ like it is for the majority of the game, or it's going to be a pass out to Jokic or MP or Jamal or whoever. Russ, he sees it, carries the momentum, has a good look for Jokic. Jokic doesn't convert, but fear not. But fear not. But fear not. Because Superman is here. Boom. Started off. And one. Bucket. Started off. Jokic, put it back up. Rebound. Bucket. 9 points in overtime. 9 points in overtime. And then, look, this is incredible. This, again, Murray did not have a good game at all. But look at what he does here. Wemby is so afraid to leave Jokic because he's dominating this game. He doesn't want to continue to stay with Murray and give up the mismatch to Jokic or give up the floater to Jokic. So Murray takes advantage, goes all the way to the rack. And then here comes Jokic again. He gets another mismatch on Chris Paul. Bucket over Wemby. A bucket over Wemby. Now, Jokic also had a shot over Wemby. I don't even remember. This had to be in overtime, y'all. They might not have the shot on here. Let's see if I can find it for y'all. Yeah, I think they took it off. Y'all, I think they took it off, but Jokic had a shot over Wemby today that honestly was incredible. Let's see if I can find it for you. Let's see here. All right, yeah, the NBA got it up. Look at this. Look at this shot. All right, this is what I'm talking about. Look. Again, we get the same situation as earlier. Same situation as earlier. But now look where Jokic is. Look where Wemby is. 7'4". Can almost touch the rim. Straight vertical. He's the favorite to win DPOY. Look at this. Yak. Nothing but net. There's nobody like him. I'm telling y'all, there's nobody like this man on earth. He's the best player in the world, best shot maker when it matters the most. Inside, mid-range, three-point, doesn't matter, y'all. This was an incredible game, man. This was a stupendously great game all the way around by the Denver Nuggets, man. And this was such a great way to respond after yesterday, and then also after the fact that they were down as much as 12 points at one point in time in this game. But they respond and they do the things that they need to do, y'all. I mean, you just can't say enough about this performance. And also Michael Malone. Michael Malone, he rode the hot hand with Peyton Watson over Christian Brown. You know, Christian Brown obviously is the starter, but he was not good in this matchup today. And so Peyton Watson was by far the best defender they had. He was the best defensive option they had versus Wemby. Well, really, Russ, Wemby, and Jokic all had their moments where they had really good defensive possession versus Wemby, or Russ, Watson, and Jokic. But today they let it close with Peyton Watson. Christian Brown today, minus 11, 0 points today, 3 assists, 2 rebounds. Was not a good Christian game. It's okay, though. Michael Porter Jr., man, 21 points in the second. Or sorry, this is second half. Second half. I'm showing you second half. 21 points in the second half. 21 points in the second half. Christian Brown had 8 points today, 3 assists, 2 rebounds, minus 15. Michael Porter Jr., 28 points, 10 rebounds, y'all, 2 assists. Crazy game. Nikola Jokic, 47 points, 10 assists, 9 rebounds, and then has 2 blocks and 2 steals, 4 stocks in this game, and he had a really good shooting game all the way around. And then you get Russell Westbrook tonight, 9 points for Russ, 3 steals, 6 assists, and 10 rebounds. Incredible, and he was a +5 tonight, and he hit the biggest three-pointer basically of that fourth-quarter stretch outside of what Porter was doing. Great defense today, played as well. Jamal Murray, not good enough. I mean, again, made a good layup down the stretch of the game. I'm not going to belabor it too much. They won. I talked about it on Twitter enough. But this is not good enough for Jamal Murray. It is that simple. It is that simple. Jamal Murray cannot be this bad. He had 13 points, y'all, and he was 6 of 17 from the field. This is after going 6 of 16 from the field yesterday. That's 12 of 33 in the last 2 games. He was a +4 because he was on the court. Now, again, his spacing matters and the layup matters. So it's important to have him out there, but just not good enough for $52 million a year. 5 points for Julian Strawther. He had 5 rebounds and 2 assists as well. He was 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Had a really important made 3 today. Jalen Pickett +4. He had 2 points, had a nice little midi off the bench that he made. Peyton Watson, like I said, 8 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists and 2 blocks today, +21. I mean, without him and Porter, they don't win this game. Hunter Tyson, -3 in his minutes. DeAndre Jordan was a +4 with that second unit stretch. Again, that came because of the Michael Porter Jr. minutes. He did have 6 rebounds on top of 3 points today. So overall, man, the Nuggets got an important win that they needed to get. Victor Wembanyama, by the way, 20 points, 23 rebounds, and 4 blocks, and a steal, and 3 assists. He shot 36% from the field, and he shot 16% from 3. He shot 12 threes today, and 4-4 from the free throw line. But again, 20 and 23 for Victor Wembanyama. I think he's going to be first-team All-NBA this year. He's definitely getting my vote. He's definitely getting my vote, dude. Like, oh my gosh. How good is Victor Wembanyama? How good is Devin Vassell? So there's 2 guys in the league that are my guys that are not Nuggets, and it's Devin Vassell, because he went to Florida State, really good guard. I think he's going to be an all-star one day. Devin Vassell tonight, 19 points. He had 8 rebounds and 3 assists, -12 in his minutes, but I really like the way he played, 8 of 20 from the field. And Keontae George, that's my other guy. But they, honestly, man, I think he has a really bright future ahead of him. I love the way that he plays. The biggest lead today, the Spurs had a 12-point lead at one point. The Nuggets got an 11-point lead. They won by 11, so that was their biggest lead of the game. The game was not tied 10 times today. It was tied 10 times. The longest run was a 9-point run for either team. There were 14 lead changes today. The Nuggets had 58 rebounds. The Spurs had 58 rebounds, but the Nuggets had 32 assists today and just 7 turnovers. That is an incredible game. 32 assists, just 7 turnovers. They lead the league in assists, I believe. 28 assists for the Spurs, 11 steals for the Nuggets, and 7 blocks. That's 18 stocks by the Nuggets. That is incredible. 18 stocks by the Denver Nuggets, which is just mind-blowing. The Nuggets shot 43.5% from the field and 30% from 3. The Spurs shot 39% from the field and 27% from 3. The Nuggets shot 78% from the free throw line. Spurs shot 89%. But the Nuggets, 62 points in the paint today. They are the best paint scoring team in the league by bar none. 62 paint points, 14 second chance points, 15 fast break points. And y'all, that is how the Denver Nuggets get another win this season. Another win. The Nuggets now checking the NBA standings. The Nuggets are now sitting. They're in a 4th seed. They're tied at 20-14 with the Lakers. They're just 1 loss back of the Grizzlies and 2 loss back of the Rockets, y'all. So again, man, the season's not going to be perfect. And so I want to stress that. The season is not going to be perfect. And so that is why it's going to look like this. They could very well lose to this. They have the Celtics coming up on Tuesday. I think that's a game they can win. That'll be a very important victory. But again, the Nuggets have games to catch up. They are currently just 2 games back, 2 losses back. They're 2 games back now and 2 losses back of the 2nd seed right here. So again, everything is on the table for them. It's just about consistency. It's just about consistency. The Nuggets are 6-4 in their last 10, but I believe they're 6-4 in their last 10. Look at this. The Nuggets are 4-0 in overtime this year. And they're 10-8 on the road. They're 10-6 at home. But again, this number is important. 10-8 on the road. That is important. They're 13-10 in the conference. So that needs to continue to get better. But I do suspect that it will as the season goes on. But overall, man, like, I'm happy that the Nuggets got the victory. That's the most important part. You know, they definitely could have been better at different points in time in the season. But the good news is they got the victory today. And again, I can't say enough about Jokic, man. Like, Michael Porter Jr., incredible performance. Incredible performance from Michael Porter Jr., incredible performance from Peyton Watson. The Nuggets are right in position to do what they want to do. It's really just going to come down to consistency. It's going to be about being consistent and taking care of their business when they're supposed to. Let's see here. I'm trying to see the Nuggets schedule. They have the Celtics. They have the Celtics coming up here. Anyway, y'all, I mean, honestly, I'm at a loss, man. I mean, just a great game. 46, 10, and 9 for Jokic, 28 and 10 for MPJ. You just honestly, you cannot ask for better performances from those two. Y'all see, got a new computer. We got a new camera, like all of it. We're on the way. You see, we can play clips and all that stuff now. The Denver Nuggets get a win, a really important win. Nikola Jokic is the best in the world. There's more to come. The Boston Celtics, they're coming up Tuesday. The Nuggets get 2 days off, and we're going to see how they respond after this incredible game, and definitely hope better for Jamal Murray in the future. Shout out Russell Westbrook. Shout out everybody that helped them get the win today. Hopefully Eric Gordon get back soon. Y'all, make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. We're witnessing one of the greatest peaks in NBA history. We got a chance to see Showdown Part 2 on back-to-back nights with Jokic versus Victor Wembanyama. Y'all know what time it is. Swipa gang. See y'all on the other side.